Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today I'm just so excited to be talking to you guys again. We're going to be talking Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We'll go into Below Deck Med. We'll talk about all the stuff that you guys are watching. But first, you know what? I'm going to take a little detour and I'm going to talk about the things that I'm obsessed with right now. So, you guys, I have travel fever. I have not traveled in a very long time. And I don't have any plans to travel. So here's a picture of a random location I just found that makes me want to travel. I especially want to go to Europe. I've been there before. I really want to go back. I want to see more of it. I was lucky enough to go to, where did I go? England, France, Scotland, and Ireland. But I just want to go back, especially England. I really didn't get to see much of it. We spent some time in London. I want to see the countryside. So tell me everything. Where have you been? Where do you want to go? Where are we all meeting up? What are we doing? What are we drinking when we get there? No, seriously, I just have travel fever so bad. If you want to go down a rabbit hole, I fell down a rabbit hole of looking at European Christmas. What did I look up? European Christmas villages? No, Christmas markets all throughout Europe. I looked them up on YouTube. You can find all these videos on it. It's absolutely incredible. I'm so jealous. I want to go there. So if you're there now, I'm jealous. If you have a trip planned, I'm jealous. Just let me know in the comments. This is where my brain's at right now. If you're travel obsessed like I am, I'm going to recommend two shows to you. Both of them I find very funny, and I've seen them all about 100 million times. The first one, is on Amazon Prime. It's free on there. It's Travel Man, and I love it. I just find, I cannot say his name, Richard Ayoade, I think. So funny. He has celebrity guests on, and they spend about 48 hours in a location, and his sense of humor really cracks me up. If you're a fan of the IT crowd, I think you'll find it very funny. He's just got a very dry sense of humor, but he's very funny, and he kind of self-deprecating, and I really dig the humor. So check that one out, Amazon Prime. The other one I'm going to recommend, I stumbled upon by accident. It used to be on Amazon Prime. For whatever reason, Amazon very wrongly decided to take it down just recently, but it is still up on YouTube, and that's called Ryan Does Places. I was randomly looking for a travel show, and this one came up, and I was like, what is this? This guy is so funny to me. He's a comedian. He's very young. He's very funny. He's very cute. He travels around. I swear, each episode is about 2 minutes long. They're about maybe 3 minutes long, and it's so funny. You just have to watch it. I don't even want to ruin it. He just walks around these cities. I assume he's touring for his stand-up show, and the way he does it is so silly. He's over the top. He's really silly. He's basically doing a character the whole time, but it just cracks me up. So check that out. Again, that one is now on YouTube. It was on Amazon Prime. I don't know if they'll bring it back. It was through Funny or Die, I believe, but it's on YouTube, so check that out. Ryan Does Places. Let's get into our shows. A travel show you recommend? Is there something you like to watch? Because I'm always on the lookout, especially for something like that. Let me know in the comments below. All right, let's get into some Below Deck Med. So, second to last episode of the season before the reunion. It's Sleepless in Croatia, season 6, episode 16. You know, there's not much to talk about. I took notes and we can talk about them. I said it before, Lexi sucked. Her personality was awful. She was truly a terrible, terrible human being. But it had the show more interesting. I don't know what to say now. I am increasingly getting annoyed with Katie. She made a bad decision not to keep Delaney for whatever reason. So we keep seeing this bite her in the butt. Matthew's having just a complete spiral. We knew... when is he not spiraling? He is so high maintenance. I swear to God. Poor Katie, not poor Katie, she brought this on herself, but Katie is trying to, bust her A and, get all her her work done, and Matthew keeps stopping her and asking things like, do they hate me? Oh, Katie, do they hate me? I don't know what to do. That's my Matthew impression, by the way. I just have my notes. Matthew's neurotic. So the part of this episode that kind of bothered me that I did not care for is they really made. Okay, let me back up. So this is the last charter, right? And this group of people gets on, and the primaries are celebrating their 1 year anniversary, and they look like a good time. They seem pretty nice. Yeah, they're a little needy, but this is what bothers me about the show. They made it seem like, the guests were being unreasonable. But if you step back for a second and think about how much, and I know they get a discount, but how much these people are paying for this charter, and then Katie made a bad decision, which I know we're not going to beat that dead horse. We established this. She made a bad decision. She got rid of an extra set of hands, right? So the whole episode is her complaining about how much they have to do, which they do. It sucks. I really like Courtney, and she put this on her too. But it's all about how needy these guests are, and oh gosh, they need their clothes steamed. They need drinks. What am I going to do? They want to stay up and play cards. I'm sorry, but if you're paying this much, I think that's totally reasonable requests. We've seen much more difficult guests in the past that, have all these insane dietary restrictions, and each one of them needs something cooked differently, and I don't know, just whatever. So I didn't think these guests were that bad. I think that it was kind of unfair that on the episode, it was all about, oh, I can't believe they need their clothes steamed. I can't believe they're going to stay up and play cards and drink. And they're asking for drinks. I mean, that's what you do on a private boat, right? That's what I do. Stay up and drink. And, asking the chef for a midnight snack and stuff. And, of course, Katie had to pretend like Matthew went down, which I understand why she did that. But I don't know. I just didn't love that part of this episode. I really didn't. I thought the guests were nice. They seemed like a fun group. The only part that I didn't love is when they made the crew do the talent show. I didn't think that was necessary. I'm sure their producers put that on them, like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if they did a talent show? Maybe you should ask for something like that, Because then it's like, I don't know. I think they just didn't have much to film, so the producers came up with this talent show thing. I'm jumping all around, but I blame Katie for most of this. So Lloyd, of course, we find out he had a panic attack. Luckily, he is going to be okay. He ends up coming back to the boat. We're glad to have him back. I really like Lloyd. I hate that I think he's in the wrong industry. I'll just say that. He's obviously upset and dealing with a lot, and I just don't know if this is the right industry for him, but I like him as a person. Jumping around, I have in my notes, Malia keeps saying we're all Gucci, and it's annoying. She says this in a lot of episodes. I don't know. I just find it annoying. So that's what my notes say. So the guests want a hot tub late night. Again, they're making it seem like these guests are unreasonable. I'm sorry, but I would want that too. I don't think that's an unreasonable request when you're paying, I don't know, what, $20,000, $30,000, what, per person? I don't know what the hell it costs, but whatever it is, I don't think that's an unreasonable request. Matthew with his don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Do they hate me? He's like serving steak and lobster and stuff, and do they hate me? Is it okay? He's freaking out because he served brown fish to the captain. It's like, dude, pull your shit together. The closer it gets to the end, the more neurotic he is. I cannot. I would lose my mind if I was Katie and had to go down and be around that and taking care of guests and have to reassure the chef. It's too much. Second day was a rainy day on the charter. Of course, Lloyd's back. Malia is helping making beds. They do golf stuff. Turns out Z is the secret golf pro. That's cool. Sandy was sweet with Lloyd. She was talking about his anxiety, and she says that he can always call her. I found this interesting, and it's not lost on me that last season, the controversy was over Hannah and anxiety, and yeah, we're not going to go back into all that, but it's not lost on me. So maybe she's laying it on. Maybe she genuinely cares. I don't know. I don't know that I care. I care about Lloyd, but I don't care about Sandy. Okay, so going into dinner, Matthew's freaking out. What else is new? The talent show. Malia says if any of us had a good talent, we wouldn't be here, which I thought was pretty on the nose. Lloyd's talent, I actually really like the English slang. Again, I am obsessed with England. I think that's hilarious. I liked learning that. Z, and he hits golf balls. Malia does handstands. To me, she's like Kyle in the splits. Any chance to do a handstand, she's going to take it. David juggles. He says, well, I can't do that. So he jumps over his own foot. And Katie and Courtney do a very awkward rap, but they include the guest's name. The guests appreciate it, so they end up winning the contest. Dinner time comes around. Katie spills a drink right on the primary. It sucked. I'd be embarrassed too. So, I mean, that was it. They ended up serving. Let's see. I'm getting my nights confused. So the good God, what's it? Matthew. Good God, I lost my mind for a second. Matthew ends up serving this dish that had some greens, and the guests want to know if beets are related to it. He's like, no, but of course he Googles it, and it is related to it. So he accidentally lied. Katie's like trying to keep him calm. She checks. She says they're not allergic. It's all good. Matt then, instead of being like, oh shit, I fucked up or whatever, he says, are you mad at me? Oh, jeez. I would have to hit him over the head with a spatula. Captain comes to compliment him. She says that she wants him to stay focused. The guests are ordering drinks. Katie's complaining about it. Again, not unreasonable. Matt is like, I feel so bad. They don't look happy. It's like, Matt, dude, there's like 6 hours left of this charter. Just pull it together. Get it together, man. Guests are ordering food. This is where Katie says, no, Matt went to bed. So she gets chips and snacks together. Katie says, I'm starting to think I messed up. I made a mistake. Yeah, you did, Katie, but we beat that horse to death. So it's, when you're in the thick of it like this, you kind of just got to suck it up and deal with it. Third day, there's going to be a beach picnic. Matthew's being weird, shocker. Katie's having to make up cheers to cheer him on. He's still upset about dinner. What else is new? Okay, so this is where we see the guests ordering omelets. I mean, not that big a deal, right? Just different types of eggs, basically. They take the order the chef. It would just be so difficult if you're like, again, I'm not going to, Katie sucks right now, so I'm not even going to go into her, but Courtney's doing great, right? It would suck if you're Courtney and you have to walk these orders to Matthew and he's like, oh God, do they hate me? I'm going to make these eggs. Oh no, what do I do? It's like, dude, you're the chef. And Katie has a funny line here to camera where she says, I can't cook for shit, but I can cook an egg, because he keeps breaking these eggs because he's all up in his head. The guests don't seem overly happy with breakfast. To be honest, I didn't think it looked great. And then we have Matt saying, I have playing, basically in his head on repeat, he keeps hearing, I effing suck, whatever. And that's how the episode ends. The next episode is going to be the season finale. It's going to be the beach picnic from hell, it sounds like. Matthew is freaking out. The boat seems to be drifting. They're having trouble with that. And then they tease a chef in quarantine. I'm sorry, it's like one day left. They are not bringing a chef out of quarantine to cook for like 4 hours for these guests, right? Are they? I mean, how bad does Matt freak out? Does he walk off the boat again? Because that seems to be his MO. So I'm here for it. I can't wait. I want to see what happens. I can't wait for the reunion. I haven't read any spoilers and I don't want to, so I don't know if Lexi shows. I'm dying to see. I hope they grill her over what the season ended up becoming. And I hope they grill Matthew too, because Matthew completely sucks. So that's it for that episode. Let's get into Beverly Hills. Let's talk about what's going on there, speaking of suck. Okay, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills finale. So, New Year, old grudges. Let's get into this. What did you guys think? Honestly, I thought it's been a phenomenal season. It really has. But I just thought the finale kind of went out on a whimper. I kept waiting for something to happen. Did you guys get that too? Like, I kept waiting for new information about Erica to drop, or even her Chiron at the end to say something amazing that we didn't know, but no, nothing like that happened. I just find her so unlikable. And 99% of you guys have been so great in the comment. I did get a few saying, we don't know about Erica, and that's true. But I don't care. It's my show. I'm going to say I feel like she sucks. I mean, she does. She sucks. I don't know if she knew or not. My personal opinion is she absolutely knew something was up. Even if she didn't know exactly what was up, she knew something was up. We've talked about this. And regardless of all that, let's take that out of the equation. I'm not the first one to say it. Everybody said it. Like, you can't find some way to say, oh, God, this is a terrible situation. I'll be working diligently to figure out what happened, and I don't know how you say that. Whatever. Like, my first thought is with the victims is something. Nope. Nope. It's like she goes out of her way to make herself unlikable. And we'll get into Kyle, because Kyle really pissed me off this episode. I am not a Kyle fan, and she really did tick me off a lot. But Kyle, I'll get into it right now. Kyle can only be sweet to Erica's face, but then on the one-to-one interviews, she'll say things, and she did say that Erica is being unlikable in public. No, maybe she did say that to Erica, but anyway, she brings up that Erica's being very unlikable in public opinion, which I was surprised Kyle had the balls to say that, but it's true. Guys, I fall down a rabbit hole sometimes looking at her Twitter and just thinking, like, I'm speechless, and that's so rare for me, but it's just incredible, the gall on this woman. She's just so unlikable with the coldness and the horrible attitude, and then these interviews where, on camera she'll pretend like she's being nice to Sutton, and then she'll be like, I don't want to make up with that bitch, she's just a terrible person. I don't care if she likes Sutton or not, but I'm just saying the way she's going about everything is wholly unlikable. So I'm struggling. I did have a few guys say that you like Crystal okay. That's cool. Everybody likes her own thing. She's not my cup of tea. I don't think she has much of a personality. She's on the wrong side of history with this Erica thing. I don't know. I was just hoping big things for Crystal. I was hoping she'd bring a lot to the table, and I haven't found that she does. I did enjoy this Chinese New Year party. I thought it was very cool to learn about, and I'll give her compliments, say she looked stunning at the party. I actually really liked her dress. I couldn't wear that, but on her I thought it looked gorgeous. I don't know. What the hell was Kathy wearing at this party? That pink dress was so crazy. I still really like Kathy, but I don't get it. I don't get it. And I usually say that about Dorit. Like, I like Dorit, but I don't get her. Dorit hasn't really brought much this season. PK's brought more than she has. I like that PK sat next to Erica at the dinner. I thought that was pretty cool. But I don't know. I feel like I wanted him to be the PK at dinner that we saw, and he wasn't being that, The one, I guess you wouldn't in a social situation. You'd be nicer than that, but I don't know. It was kind of a wasted opportunity. Okay, sorry, I'm jumping all around. Let's talk about Lisa Rinna. Oh, Lisa Rinna. I say it every episode, please get rid of Lisa Rinna. She's awful. Honestly, if you're a Lisa Rinna fan, tell me in the comments, what is it about her that you like? Because I'm really trying to see it, and I don't see it. I don't think she brings much to the show. Every one of her scenes is like, hey, like over the top, fake. It's as fake as the wigs on her head. Like, just the, just the over the top fakey laugh. I don't get her, and I don't want to get her. I'm ready to move on from her. We can do better. I would actually be okay if they decide to bring Crystal back. She's not my cup of tea, but I'll give her another chance. I'm over Rinna. I get rid of her. And I'm saying these things about Kyle. I don't like Kyle. But if you made me choose to get rid of one person, I'd say get rid of Rinna. What does she bring to the table? Kyle bugs me, but I don't know. She can usually stir up drama. She stirred up drama on this episode for sure. And we'll get into that. But sorry, I'm jumping all around. Okay, Kathy. Kathy's spec house, she's going to sell it for $50 million. I mean, sure. Me too. Okay. 52 million price range. P.S. How funny was it when Kathy apologized to Sutton for the weather? Did anybody else notice that? Did it strike you funny? Like she said, oh, sorry about this weather, the chilly weather. Sutton admits that she doesn't trust Erica, that she is feeling the apprehension when she left after the, I don't know what that was, fake apology, whatever. We see Lisa Rinna, Kyle, Dorit, Erica go out to dinner. Again, Rinna over the top. Hi, gorgeous. I don't know. As I get older, I realize I don't want to make space in my life for people like that. I don't. That's why I talk to you guys how I truly feel. I tell you what I think, even when I'm wrong, that kind of stuff. Because I don't have time for the fakery of it all. I just don't. Like the, hi, gorgeous. I know. Social situation. It's normal that you're going to say, oh, you look nice. But it's just the over the top that just makes me cringe and shake a little bit. I don't know. There's a whole thing about Kyle's purse. Dorit is not enjoying that. Hers is Louis Vuitton. Kyle's is Hermes. I like the Hermes bag. I don't like the yellow. That's my personal opinion. So Erica here, it's like she's in a contest with herself to see if she can be even more unlikable every episode. And she's winning. She is. If she comes at me with something stupid, that's on her, talking about Sutton. Well, this is where Kyle decides to stir things up. She says, I had a conversation with her, and she said, I still feel how I feel. She thinks you have not been honest about the car crash and stuff. Well, of course not. Her story doesn't make any sense. Talking about Erica's. Make it make sense, Erica. Make it make sense. P.S. If you want to laugh your ass off, go over to Erica's Twitter and look at any post she makes. Just pick a random post, right? You will see so many comments on there. And, I mean, a lot of them are pretty nasty. I wouldn't recommend, I don't want to bully somebody. But there's some pretty nasty comments, some pretty funny comments. And then there's the Erica stans who I've had in my comments too that are like, she's great. She didn't do anything wrong. Okay. All right. Yeah. Make it make sense. Okay. Rinna over the top with her hands out while Kyle's saying that Sutton doesn't believe her still. And Erica's like, F that be. My story is true. Okay. We'll see. I cannot wait for the reunion, you guys. I really can't. She says her story hasn't changed, and this was my favorite part of the episode. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch. It's like right around the 16-minute mark. She says, my story hasn't changed. He had an accident. That's literally what she said. She can't even remember the bullshit she's feeding us. So she's, hesitating, And Kyle the camera says, Erica, why are you telling us parts of the story? This is very confusing. Kyle, why are you saying this to us, the viewer, and not to Erica? And when Sutton and Garcelle, the only ones to speak up to Erica, you cut them off and accuse them of stirring shit up. I don't know, or sweeping things under the rug, or whatever the hell you said. So yeah, I really had a problem with Kyle. Erica says, you're going to call me a liar? B, you want to get socked in the mouth? Oh, okay. Okay, Erica. So again, you are in this contest to see how unlikable you can be, and you're winning because you're a terrible person. Kyle wants her to, she's warning her about the court of public opinion. Rinna's kissing her ass so hard throughout this. It's just so hard to watch. Okay, so then we move over to the Chinese New Year party. I love this location. I thought the restaurant was beautiful. I wrote, what is Kathy wearing? I talked about that. She brought Elliot Mintz, famously from Dorit's cocaine party. I hate Rinna's hair. These are just my notes that I have. No particular order. I hate Rinna's hair. Let's call her Uma. Again, so fake. I can't. Ugh. let's see. Oh, Kyle and Erica have the same hair. Oh, but you guys, Erica's poor. If you didn't know this, she'll tell you every 5 seconds, because I know when I don't have the money, I love to get my hair done and my makeup and my glam squad. That's the thing. Mauricio is completely stoned, which still cracks me up, especially because they denied using weed so hard when they went to Amsterdam. And I think even Brandy Glanville called it out at the time that you guys are so into this. Lisa and Garcelle pretend to make up, and Garcelle suggests that Lisa reach out to Denise. This is where Lisa bugs the crap out of me. I get what Lisa's saying about, so Lisa's whole thing is, it's none of your business. I do what I want when I want. Okay, fine. But I just find her hypocritical, because doesn't she talk like this to all the other women? Like, you should do this, you should do that, and own it. You should tell the truth, own it. But then when it comes to her, nope, she won't share anything. She won't bring anything to the table. Let's get rid of her. Garcelle had a fantastic line here where she says, I want to see more action, less talk out of Rinna. Agreed. Beautiful table setting. Loved it. Kyle is saying a metaphorical conversation of you sweeping. She's talking about that, sweeping things under the rug, and then brings up Sutton and says, starting the new year right. Sorry, I'm jumping all around. Okay, so she brings up this conversation of sweeping on things under the rug. She's just shit stirring. And as much as Kyle bugs me, I get what she's trying to do. She's trying to make the finale interesting. Fine, whatever. It starts the conversation. So again, Sutton brings up starting the new year right, and no ill will, and it's Chinese New Year, let's do this. Erica is like, why is everyone so quiet? I have nothing to say. I mean, just what a bitch. What a bitch. I really dislike her. Erica to camera says it means nothing. Ugh. Sutton, again, my second favorite, or one of my other favorite lines of the episode says, why am I trying so hard? What do these women see in her? Girl, that's exactly what I'm saying. What do these women see in her? How can... Take the horrible alleged crimes out of it. What is Erica bringing to the table? Is it her charming personality? Is it her dazzling conversation? Is it her wits? I'm at a loss. What is she bringing? We see Kyle in the bathroom, again playing the other side to Sutton. She sure was happy to throw her under the bus in front of the table, but then in the bathroom she's like acting like she's Team Sutton. She's saying, I thought in Del Mar you guys were good. That's what we've all been saying. Welcome to the conversation. Like, Erica's a terrible person. I don't know. It's just a lot. So that's basically, I mean, the episode went out with a whimper. There's just not much more that happened here. We got the Chirons, not much going on. I just can't wait for the reunions. I am so excited for it. I'm here for it. 4 parts. I hope it's not one of those things where they drag it out and drag it out. I hope we get our money's worth, so to speak. So we'll see, but I'm here for it. I'm excited. I will be talking about them. You better believe it. But yeah, that's it for the episode. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Thanks for sticking with me. And let me know your travel show recommendations. I'm always looking for that. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a fantastic week. Stay safe and stay healthy. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.